Well, g'day everyone. I'm going to create this quick video webinar to go through to you guys to be able to help onboard you into the High Performing Families Accelerator program. Now, some of this information I've gone through with you before, some I won't have, so please be patient with me. But I think it's really important to cement that in, to set the expectations, why you're here, what you can expect. Now, I'm going to be going fairly quickly through it, as quick as I possibly can, but I know what it's like when you've got time pressures, so feel free to go down. There's usually a little button down the bottom, a settings button, where you can actually speed it up at 1.5 or 2 times if you're able to do that. I know I do that all the time, so feel free to do that. Firstly, I just want to kick off and say welcome. We've created a really amazing group of families here within the tribe, and I think you'll be a great addition. Now, these people are all in a very similar position to you. They've got large-scale businesses, they're driven, they're motivated, but above all, they're family-orientated. So you're going to learn a lot from these people, and I also hope that everyone's going to learn a lot from you. And that's the attitude I want you to come into the program. But I just wanted to welcome you in. Now, some of you will have spoken to, or your directors of GSD will have probably spoken to Sarah or Kelly. I want to introduce you to the team because it's not just me. There's Sarah. Sarah's my wife, so this is a family business. If you've got any queries of Sarah or Kelly, make sure you email us, call us. They're incredibly helpful. They know their stuff, they know all there is to know about the program, or any questions you've got, anything you need to change, reach out to those guys. They do an amazing job. Next, I just want to say and congratulate you for being part of what I call the 0.1% club. I looked all around the world and I could find no other business or no other community in the world that's doing what we're doing here. You're proactive, you're getting ahead of the curve, and you're doing what's going to create intergenerational prosperity for many generations to come. So I want to say congratulations for being proactive. Very few families will actually do this or go through the process or invest the time. So a huge congratulations. It's a big step. Now, I want to remind you quickly why you're here. 70% of family wealth transitions will fail. So if you walk into a room full of farming families, at least 70% of them are going to fail when they transfer from one generation to another. That's just a fact. Now, that came out of a large-scale research study out of the US of 6,500 high net worth families. I think it's going to be far worse in the rural community, but anecdotally, 70% are going to fail. The scarier part is 70% of families tend to lose their wealth within 2 generations and 90% within 3. Again, sit in a room full of 100 farmers, 90 of them within 2 generations. It's all going to be gone. Now, we should be worried about the loss of wealth because it's taken a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get it, but it's what has to happen to the family that destroys the wealth, and that is family relationship breakdown, fighting, unhappiness, and sadness all around. So the wealth's important, but more importantly, what has to happen. So we're going to tackle this, and that's why you're here today. Going back to our wealth and succession life cycle, we said the absolute sweet spot for this is somewhere between mid to late 40s and mid to late 50s. You're right in that sweet spot at the moment, which means you're going to get maximum value off what we're doing, and it's what we call the preparation sweet spot. I'll say this 100 times again, we're building an incredible community and you need to lean in and get the most out of it. Everyone that's there is in the same position as you. Okay, as I said, scaled, driven, motivated, family orientated. They've all got the next generation coming through, next generation ranging from about 16 through to 32. The current generation, mums and dads, anywhere from sort of mid to late 40s through to late 50s, early 60s. We're all in the same boat. You will get what you put in with these families. Every single one wants to help their family, but also help other families. So there's a great culture within the group. Get in, get to know everyone, make the effort, and within a very short period of time, you'll feel like old friends, I can guarantee. Now, to the younger generation, sometimes it's a little bit daunting coming into a situation like this when we do the summits. I want you to go in, introduce yourself to other people, ask them what they're doing. It'll take a very short period of time before you make some really good mates. Now, there's 3 pillars, if you remember, of what creates a high-performing family and therefore promotes intergenerational prosperity. That's well-being, wisdom, and wealth. Well-being, Absolutely important. If we're not communicating, if we're not aligned, and we don't have our health and mindset right, everything's going to fall apart. This whole program is based around those three pillars. You can't have one without the other, or you can't have two without the other. It's really important we have all three. We want to be focusing on that. And throughout the program, we're going to be doing each of those sections. Now, there will be times throughout the program where we're doing some stuff that's a little bit dry when we're talking about protecting wealth. And we might have to talk about legal agreements and be having legal discussions or accounting or tax discussions at some point. It's all part of the process and incredibly important. So some will be more exciting than the others, but all of them are just as valuable. Now, the key ingredients of the program. You know what's involved, but I'm going to reiterate it again. This is what high-performing families do that average families don't. And in some ways it seems like a lot, but it's not. Firstly, strategic planning and family alignment. Well, we've already done the first part, which is we've created the roadmap. That's got us a strategic plan or a draft strategic plan in place, and we're all aligned on that journey. And that's going to get better as we go over time. And that's why our annual planning we do in December each year at the live event, the summit, and also the family meetings help reconfirm that strategic planning and reconfirm that family alignment. Number two, personal, business, and family coaching. You're going to hit roadblocks. You're going to hit challenges. You want to maximize your opportunities. Coaching is what you need to help get you over those barriers that you hit as quick as we possibly can. Number three, educational and personal development. Simple answer is, if you stop learning, you might as well give up. You're going to be learning the whole way you go through this. For the next generation, the young ones, you've got a hell of a lot to learn, not just being about a ringer in the paddock or a farmhand on the farm. You've got to actually learn how to become multi-million-dollar asset managers. And to the mums and dads, the current generation, your role's changing now. You're changing from being an entrepreneur that's driven a highly successful business to now actually being starting the intergenerational process. So you've got to change roles. So you're always got to be learning. And we're going to learn about communication. We're going to learn about asset protection. We're going to learn about building alignment and trust. There's going to be a whole lot of learning through this process, which is incredibly invaluable. We need a strategic advisory board, get the professional advisors together, get them all aligned on the page, extract maximum value out of them, but also prepare the next generation. The next generation being able to sit in that room is going to learn a huge lot and get to know and get well ahead of their peers. And finally, a tribal community. I won't go on about that again. I'll do that enough as we go along, but being surrounded by the right people are important. This is what high-performing families do, guys. I've researched the high-performing families that smash it out of the park, and these are all the things we do. If you want to succeed, these are all the parts that you're going to have to address. Now, you get back what you put in. There's this famous quote, don't be upset by the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do. You will get as much value out of this as you put in. If you're not getting value, you're not putting in the effort. You need to turn up, show up, get involved, get excited. This is going to change the future of your family. And if you don't put in the effort, you're not going to get 100% of the results. Now, I know every single one of you I've handpicked because you are thinking like high performers, and I know you will do the work, but I just want to remind you that what you put in, you will get back. Now, outcomes of the HPFA. What are you going to get from this? Really quickly running through this. Number one, you're going to get traction. You're going to stop spinning your wheels. Number two, you're going to be surrounded by other high-performing people. Most of you have all seen that video about if you're in the company of a high performer, your performance goes up like 15-20%. That's what's going to happen. If you're in the vicinity of a low performer, your performance is going to drop by 30%. You're going to be surrounded by other rock stars or aspiring rock stars. This is a massive, massive opportunity. Clarity, vision, and a clear path forward. Having a roadmap, discussing it regularly is going to give you more clarity than you've ever had before. Grow and protect family wealth. We're going to keep growing it. We're going to keep protecting it. Just remember, you can have all the legal agreements in place, but unless you work on the family relationships, you all know where you're going, you're all aligned, all the legal documents in the world aren't going to protect your family wealth. Improve alignment and strengthen relationships. Remember, this is the number one key factor of what high-performing families do, is they increase their alignment and financial position, and they're always strengthening relationships. We're going to get the next generation preparation. So we're going to prepare them to be multi-million-dollar asset managers, and we're going to be learning all those skills. But also, we want to avoid entitlement. Now, that can happen in both generations, but we want to snuff that out before it even turns up. And just to be clear, I don't see any entitlement in most of the families I work with, but we want to be aware that that can sneak in over time and stomp it out as soon as we can. Off-farm events. Getting off-farm is amazing. Get off-farm, come to the coast for a holiday, sit in there, you get breakthroughs and a better perspective. We're all so busy within the farming business or for the next generation in our lives, doing our uni, doing our school, whatever it might be, or our jobs or careers. Getting off-farm, getting perspective, getting surrounded by other people will change things for you dramatically. You get a strategic advisory board, which we talked about the benefits of that, and we get advanced mindset, communication, and wealth building training. So we're going to be teaching you the skills you need to, and they're advanced skills, they're high-performing skills that you're going to be able to put into your toolkit to be able to create more opportunity for you. Now, expectations. My guess is you will have very high expectations of me and my team, and we rise to the challenge because we are a high-performing team. But I have expectations for you, and we have expectations towards the community of each other, and I'm going to run through those. Number one, confidentiality. It goes without saying, none of you are going to have to come in and air your dirty laundry and pull out your balance sheet and your profit and loss. That's not what this group's about. But if someone does bring up information, talk about things within the community or the group, we expect confidentiality. We will give it. Everyone else in the room is very concerned about confidentiality, so we expect that as an absolute given. Now, RSVP promptly, guys. I need you to confirm your attendance by the deadlines to ensure smooth planning. Putting together a live event like the summits is like running a wedding. It's a 2-day program. We've got speakers coming in. We're booking events. We need you to confirm attendance promptly as soon as you possibly can. Prioritize the program. Schedule all your dates. We give you all the dates in advance. Put them in the diary. I don't want to hear from anyone, oh, I didn't know about the dates, or I missed out too late. I missed that. Put the dates in now, directors of GSD, and plan for it. Communicate openly. If there's any issues, I want you with me, my team, with anyone else within the group or within your family, tell me straight away. We don't want indirect complaints, behind the back discussions. Talk to me straight up. And if you've got a problem within your family, come and have a chat to me. Let's try and solve those problems. Respond properly to emails and calls. If you call me, I will call you straight back. If I call you, I expect the same back, guys. It's a respect thing. High performers do that. I get you busy. Reply to emails as soon as you possibly can, and from my team. We don't want to have to chase you up over and over and over again. That's not what we're here for. We're to deliver a high quality program, and we don't want to waste all of our resources following you up. It's your own journey. Fully participate, take the initiative, and maximize all of its benefits. Show up and try and get the most out of it all the time. Respect the group. If you come along, be prepared, maintain confidentiality, and foster a supportive and collaborative environment. Everyone's there to try and help each other. The people I've picked are the sort of people that go, you know what, I'm happy, I want to gain out of this, but I also want to give back and help others. Come in with that mindset, respect the group, and be a giver, because givers get. And finally, stay solution focused. Low performers always focus on problems and dwell on the problems. We want to engage with a growth mindset and approach any challenges that we've got proactively, not sweeping them under the rug or being negative Nancy's. Now, commitment. Great quote from Denzel Washington. Without commitment, you won't start. Okay, you've all made the commitment to be here. You've engaged me to make sure we keep going forward. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. Okay, most of you are all finishers. This is a 3-year program. You will be excited to start with. It'll be fresh. It'll be exciting. You'll find the time. But over time, we get busy. And I need you to follow right through to the end of the program and be consistent, especially with family meetings. Above and below the line. You all know about above and below the line. The goal is never to be 100% above the line. It's just not humanly possible, but we want to be always identifying when we're below the line and then bouncing back up to above the line as a family. So blame, excuses, denial, that doesn't help anyone. That's a victim mindset. We want to be up with ownership, accountability, and responsibility. And part of our communication program, we're going to be teaching you how to do that quicker. Every family has a director of GSD, a director of getting shit done. That's our liaison. So that's the person we come back to. We don't want to wrangle if you've got mum and dad and 3 of the next generation, 5 of you. It's not our job to wrangle everyone. It's just too hard. We come back to you and your director of GSD and say, righto guys, we've got to book a family meeting. We've got to follow up for the summits, who's coming. It's their responsibility to liaise with us. To the rest of the family who aren't the directors of GSD, treat them with some respect. They've taken a role, which means they're responsible for making stuff happen. Don't make them have to chase you all the time, because at some stage they might crack it and say, I'm too sick of following everyone up. I'm going to hand it over to someone else, and then you might be stuck with the role. So make it easy for them, keep them up to date, and respond as soon as you can. Now, the program, what's involved? I know I've showed you this. We've gone through the calendar of events, but I just want to reiterate really quickly all the things in here. Number 1, we've got the 2-day summits. They're in June and early December. They're locked in at those dates, and they're 2 days, and they're off farm on the sunny coast, either Mooloolaba or Noosa at the moment. Number 2, family meeting facilitation. Every quarter, we're going to have a family meeting, which I'll facilitate. Okay, so, and then we'll be getting what we call a pulse within the family, and we'll be raising above the everyday operational stuff. There might be some operational discussions, but we're wanting to raise up above that and have the more meaningful strategic conversations. Number 3, we've got our inner circle mastermind meetings, and they're for the current generation only. So that's mum and dad, and they'll be held twice a year, usually in March and roughly September. And we'll be turning up, and that's a morning event where all the other families, the mums and dads or current generations, will be virtually in the room, and it's on Zoom. Our strategic advisory board facilitation, we do one of those a year. Again, that'll be on Zoom, so you don't have to get off farm. We have one expert clarity session per annum. I know I've been through those before. That's communication, that's succession, and that's high performance. We've got 3 individuals that do that. We'll talk about that more later on, but we've got one of those per annum. And then finally, you've got Slack, which is the software program. I'll mention that in a few minutes, where you can actually interact with everyone else in the community. So if you meet someone at an event, you want to talk to them, you can interact through Slack. And the last one is you get access to me. Use me. This is what I'm here for. I'm a coach. I work with high-performing families. If you've got issues you've got to work through, you've got to get past, give me a call. That's what all the families do. Hey, Ben, I've got this problem. How do I sort it out? That's what I'm here to do. That's what I enjoy doing. Take advantage of it. Now, the benefits of the family meeting and the coaching through that stage. Number 1, you get to track your progress and you get accountability. So every family meeting, we're going to rip out the roadmap and we're going to go through our 90-day traction items and who's responsible. So we'll be going through and making sure those things happen, and we'll track that progress. Number 2, strategic planning. We're going to be obviously updating the roadmap. Where are we going? What are we doing? Number 3 is we get more aligned. So when we're in the family meetings, we're bringing everyone back on the same page, making sure nobody's got off center, and then we're going to realign our focus on what's important. Number 4, we get to improve our communication. We get to learn the skills on how to run these family meetings so they become normal. Most people that come to me never have run family meetings properly, and at best are sporadic. So you'll learn those skills. And last, proactive problem solving. We start to talk about problems that are coming up in the future and how we solve them, fixing them quickly, and then moving on so we can go on to better, more higher value problems. Now, the importance of attending the summits. It's a big thing. I get it. This is the only thing you have to do where you get off farm. Everything else is done virtually on Zoom, making it really easy. It's 2 days, as I've said. What it does is you get to focus on what actually makes a difference. Okay, we get out of the day-to-day stuff and we're working on what actually makes a difference. We get to strengthen and grow not only our balance sheet, but our family relationships and our personal success. We get personal and family breakthroughs. Like the amount of time people have gone, oh, I picked up this amazing thing that's going to change, that's going to be a game changer for me or the family. We get more clarity and alignment. Every time you come along, we start talking about the future. Where are we going? We get more clarity, which is what most families need to thrive. We get education, skills, and development. We get to create and build a tribe. And we get to create and build that tribe. And finally, Slack, guys. That's the software program. Sarah's talked to your GSD rep about that. It goes on your phone or on your laptop. It's just like a messaging service, a little bit like WhatsApp in many ways, a cross between WhatsApp and essentially Messenger. So you can basically, we've got a channel on there that we can post all the events on. So you're going to get access to all the events, what's coming up. So you can keep in touch with that. You can message other people within the tribe. You can have a messages for the family that you can talk through. Really powerful tool if you actually use it. Now, the next steps. Okay, what's next? We've got our first family meeting, which I always love doing family meetings. We've got those coming up. You will have already been booked in. We're going to send you a prep email beforehand. Really, really, really important. I get that back 24 to 48 hours before. Guys, it's not a big thing. Number one, have a look at your roadmap. Just pick it up, read it, and go back to what your quarterly traction items were and what your 12 months goals were. I don't want people getting in there going, oh, Ben, I didn't realize I had to do that or I forgot. That's a BS excuse. And the questions that I'm going to send you to reply back are really simple and easy, guys. What have been your wins? What have been your challenges? What's a topic that we could talk about in the family meeting that needs to be addressed? A couple of quick questions. It's not ideal. It'd take you 10 minutes to do maximum, and I need you to send that back to me and we'll follow you up about that. It's 90 minutes and it's on Zoom. Test your tech beforehand. I don't want anyone turning up at that first meeting going, oh, my Zoom doesn't work or my audio doesn't work. Test it the day before. You'll have the link because we're going to send you a calendar invite. Get it up and running. If you're having any problems, call my team and they'll work you through it, because the first one, usually there are some troubles with some people. Give us a call. Let us run through it. Now, the summit events, as I said, June and December, get your accommodation booked. Can't stress that enough. It's the Sunshine Coast. It's a beautiful place to be, and a lot of people want to come here and have holidays, and we're usually getting up close to school holidays. Get in, book. We usually send you a link with there's a discount usually at the conference center that we're at. Get in, get it done. You don't want to leave it to the last minute. Now, I don't want you to worry. This is normal. Sometimes people get overwhelmed going, oh, geez, that's a lot, Ben. Within a very short period of time, this will seem normal. About once a month to 6 weeks, we're doing something. So it's not onerous. It's a small amount of time on your behalf. Again, it's a lot of prep on our behalf, but it's a small amount from your behalf. You'll get used to it very quickly and you'll get into the swing of things, and then it'll become the new normal. But if you do have any issues, give us a call. Drop us a line. Kelly, Sarah, or myself are more than happy to help. And if you want to contact, go to Slack or email. Email's admin@thefinancialbloke.com.au. Call us on the office number, 5315-8350, or give me a call on the mobile, and you can get anyone at any time. And so, okay, guys, that's it. Whistle-stop tour of all the information. Hopefully that's been valuable. Really look forward to going on a journey with your family. Some of the families that I've been working with a number of years, I've really got to know them well. We've kicked some massive goals, and I'm really looking forward to becoming part of that journey and having a big impact on not only your individual lives, but your lives as a family. And remember, I'm an advocate for your family. I'm not a representative of mum and dad or the kids, current generation, next generation, any of you. I'm an advocate for the family. So my whole goal is to make sure you and your family thrive. So I'm looking forward to that journey. Any issues, you've got my number. Give me a call. And yeah, look forward to kicking off ASAP. Take care.